Good morning, everybody. How are we doing on this beautiful May day? Man, a few clouds hanging around still, but we had some terrible rains after we laid down all those areas. So it's kind of a bad deal. I have spent a lot of money, and I see it got a whole bunch of weeds growing in our fields. Um, oop. and yeah, we're going to have to fix that at some point. But I'm getting ready to go sell a load of fertilizer and try to gain some money back in the account. I'll go ahead and fire up the truck here, and we're going to head down to the co-op and sell it. Fred's on his way over. He's bringing his single row hay rake, and we're going to rake the hay one more time and bale it. Now, I was out early this morning and checked on it, and it looks pretty good. I think it looks pretty good altogether. So we're gonna try to see if that'll make a difference. If it's dry enough after he starts raking, then I'm gonna come behind and start baling. And I think it's gonna be dry enough. I think so anyway. But I figure, yep, I get a little bit of money in the bank, and like I said, Fred will be headed this way. And we're going to try to get things figured out. Now, Fred and I went ahead and changed out the blades in his Moco. And as easy as they are to do, and as much hay work as him and I are going to be doing together, I decided that, you know what? I went ahead and bought a Moco, found a real great deal at the dealership for a Moco, a windrower, and a tedder, all made by Vermeer. And I just couldn't turn it down. I bought it. So basically, when Fred and I are working together, we can, we all have the equipment to make hay, and we'll just split the hay between each other. You know, we've kind of made that little bit of a decision here. But like I said, he's bringing over his single row hay rake, and we're gonna try to work on that together. I think it's gonna work out really well for us. There's plenty of hay that, and of course all of this that we did here is going to him because I am full. I am completely full of hay. So I think it'll be all right. I gotta watch this corner here. Let's see. We'll come up here. Let's see. I gotta come up here to their back lot. It's right here. Here it is, right here. Well, anyway, we'll come in here and we'll get this sold off real quick. And hopefully it makes us a decent amount of money. I think it will. It's kind of funny. They store everything down here in these darn storage bins. I brought them quite a bit because, let's just be honest. I need the money right now. I've been spending a lot. But, you got to spend some money to make some money. And, the dealership, they made me a heck of a deal on all that Vermeer equipment. There we go. They made me a really, really good deal. It's 3 for 1. Plus, I went ahead and got a John Deere Gator so that I could run around the farm in the fields and check things. Seeing Fred with his John Deere Gator, it's like, man, I kind of like to have something like that too. I didn't get one as fancy as Fred did. It's a newer one than Fred has, but it's not as fancy as his is. Boy, looky there. We are really getting this thing emptied out. This fertilizer, remember, the other day I said how expensive fertilizer is. It sells for a lot of money, man. We're making bank when it comes down to it. Really are. But I'm going to let this finish selling out, and I'll see you guys here in just a couple. Alrighty. 184,000 out of that. My word. That is awesome. I am that fertilizer, man, if I could make that fast enough, we could be a millionaire in a hurry. Let me tell you, that is phenomenal. Well, Fred called me and said he had made it to the house, and I told him I was down selling off some fertilizer. So, yeah, I'm headed back to the house now to go meet with him, and we're going to start, we'll start getting this adventure that we are going to be doing started. Like I said, we're going to try and rake that hay over. If it's dry enough, yeah, we'll go ahead and get right into getting it baled up, raked and baled up. And we might have lost a little bit due to the rain of productivity. I don't know how much, though. I hope it's not a whole bunch. But if we did, we did. No big deal. It won't hurt nothing. It'll just be a learning curve for us. But, you know, it's funny, though. We didn't show any rain. Didn't look like it was going to rain when we put that down. And the weatherman didn't say anything about rain, so... yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Well, better watch for that train. That's the last thing I want to do is get stuck by that thing. Slow down here just in case. Alright, we're good. Well, anyway, I told Fred just to go ahead and grab the 30-20 and hook it up and get the hay rake ready, and I'd be there shortly. So, we'll get in here, and I got to empty out and clean out the bed of this truck after hauling that fertilizer. I really don't want that stuck in there when we start doing grain work. So I'll pull up here, give Fred the heads up so I don't run him over. I'm gonna pull up here and we'll take the power washer and just rinse the bed of the truck out here. Let's see, right about there ought to be good. And let's put the bed up. There we go. That way it all washes out. Yeah, that ought to be perfect right there. Ought to be perfect. Okay. Hey, Mr. Fred.
Well, hello.
All right, let's wash this real quick. Yeah, look at that come out of there. We'll make sure we ain't got no fertilizer stuck anywhere. That ought to be good enough. Well, Mr. Fred, I made it back. I see you got the 30-20 all hooked up. I'm going to get this put away, and then I got something to show you here. After working on your Moco the other day, I decided to do something. I'll put this in the shed. If you want to follow me into the shed, I'll show you what I got.
Alrighty, I'll stand back.
All right. All right, let's put this down. Get the bed put down, and I believe Fred is out of the way here. If not, I'm sure he'll hoop and holler at me. All right. Back up here so we can go into the shed. This one don't have as good a mirrors as my other truck, but they work. We'll park this down here by the other truck. That ought to be good enough. Yeah, that's good. All right. Well, Mr. Fred, I made a purchase. Can you tell?
Yeah, I walked in and I seen some bright yellow. Yeah, this wasn't here last time.
Well, you know, we worked on your Moco, And as easy as it was to change out the blades, and we're doing so much hay work together, I decided we had better, I'd better equal up to you as far as being able to do hay work. And so I found this great deal from Vermeer at the John Deere dealership. They're an authorized dealer. This is a Moco that kind of folds up nice and tight, kind of like yours, but it folds forward instead of sideways. And it's got the quick change blades, just like yours does, as you can see right here. And
yeah.
comes with a little tool with a little slide lock. I mean, if you look kind of close here, you can see that little slide lock. Yours just kind of has a pull pin, but this one actually has slide lock. Same basic principle. And I thought, well, we'll
Oh.
just do things like that. And then I got this hay rake. Oh, it's a big one. I've already used it once to rake up all of our hay, but of course, we got all that rain, so now we got to flip it again.
Okay. Yeah.
And then they had this tedder that I can run over everything, to kind of
Oh. Okay.
spread it out a little bit and flip it over for drying in case we got, kind of rough weather like we've had. But since it's already in the windrow, this doesn't do me much good. That's why you brought yours down here, your single windrower.
Okay. So
But
I'm just gonna go over the top of the row and roll it over one time then.
yep, you're just going to roll it over, and I'm going to come behind you with the baler there, and we'll just get it baled up nice and neat. I think that'll work out pretty good for us, don't you?
Yeah.
Now,
I don't see why I wouldn't.
I'm going to check it after you start flipping it, and I'm going to make sure that the moisture isn't too high from that rain, because Lord knows we don't need no bale fires.
Well, if there's a chance we're gonna worry about that, you want me to head over now and get started on it? That way, it's got a little more time before you get there.
Yeah, that's probably not a bad idea. Why don't you just go right up here, and we'll just start on this field up here to the north of us. When you get done with that, then go to the field. There's a cinder area south of here that's in the, where we took those trees out in the middle of this soybean field directly south of us. Do that one, and then head over to the far field, because no matter what, we gotta turn it over. And while you're getting that started, I'll go ahead and get the baler hooked up and get out there and start having a look at it.
Okay. Sounds like a plan.
Alrighty. Well, we'll let him get that going, and we'll hop on the 4320 here. And I believe, it looks like, oh my, I might have to do, let's see here. Let's fix her up a little bit. Give her a little, get a little loving. I haven't done that in a while, and it looks like I need to top it off on fuel before we go start doing some work. Sounds like Fred's headed off now to go do the raking. Let's see here. Yeah, we better top it off. I'm kind of close to half a tank, but it's probably be a smart idea if I give her a little bit of fuel here. Go ahead and see. There we go. Doesn't have a very big tank, so it's not like it's that big of a deal to do, but we'll give it a little topping off. That way it'll be better, for us. Alrighty. Back in here and get the baler. Get it hooked up. Whoop. Straighten out a little bit here. We'll get her hooked. One of these days, anyway. There we go. Oh boy, we're going to have a bale right away. I was not I forgot that we had a partial straw bale in there, but that's okay. It won't hurt nothing. It'll finish out. Let's see. Yeah. Changed out that, changed out that filter. That made a difference. It put us back at full health on our tractor here. Let's see. Where did Fred start at? Let's see. Come across here and see. I don't see him. And I don't see any of it flipped right here. I don't have radios in these old tractors. Let's see if he started down off this direction. Maybe he started down here. Oh, there he is, clear down there. He's getting her set up. All right, well, we'll go down there and start down there. That works out just fine. Oh, here he is, right here. Here's where he started, right by the tree. Oh, looks like some of it got stuck underneath the grass here. My other grass grew in since we did this. But let's see what he's doing. Maybe we better back up first. Oh, I bet there's a little bit down there in that corner. Okay, yeah, we'll start in right here. I think it'll be all right, but first, we better check it and make sure it's dry. Boy, that feels awful dry now. We've had a good long day of sun yesterday on it, and flipping it over, it feels about right. I think we're going to be okay, so we'll go ahead and we'll start baling here. We'll just get right into it. Oh. Well, that bale didn't take long, did it? Alrighty. Well, we're making hay. That's what we needed to do, so that works out. I just got to keep the old girl right on top of these windrows. We got to watch out for these baby trees Fred and I planted the other day. That was something else we did is we were worried about trees. And we were taking so many trees down, we decided we'd better put a few back. All right, here we go. Fred had to step out and he had a momentary need to empty his water tank. So we just we're back on track now, and we're going to get this all baled up. Looks like we're going to lose a little bit of our ground back there, but that's okay. Go get that unloaded, and we're going to keep on at it. So, well, I'm going to go ahead and get to working on this, and yeah, we'll see you guys here in a little bit. All right, everybody. Well, we're getting down to the very last of it here. I've just got this row. And once we finish this little row right here and make sure it caught it all, that's it. We have finished the baling, and boy, what a process this has been. Fred went ahead and took the other tractor home. Looks like we got it all. He went ahead and took the other tractor home. He's going to go home and grab his white and his bale trailer. And in the meantime, I finished up the baling, and I'm going to head home and get this all put away and cleaned up, and get ready for him to come back with his bale trailer, and we're both going to load up bales and take it to his place. But first, we have got a little bit of work to do before we start picking up the bales. We are going to grab some trees that I bought and go plant a few trees. You know, as you saw up there on that big field, we're down quite a few trees from what we had, and I believe we need to put some of them back, you know, so we have the room. Oh, here comes Fred right now. Oh, he's going to take the ditch, I guess, so I'll roll on. But yeah, we're going to plant a few trees back here and there along the property to get it going. Wave at Fred. Okay. But anyway, we're going to plant a few trees here and there. I've already planted some, but we're going to plant a few more just because, you know, I just can't see taking the trees down without putting something back. You know, they are the life-giving oxygen that sustain us, so it would just be smart for us to do that. But we did a really good job here as far as getting this done in record time. I mean, yeah, it's taken us almost half a day, but it really isn't that bad. Really, really isn't. And we came out pretty good on our bale count. I think we have way more bales than either one of us anticipated. And I thought we were going to lose a whole bunch of bales due to the rain, but boy, it was so fluffy after we raked it that I was having trouble with the pickup grabbing it. I actually had to go over several times. I had to go over the ground several times because of it. So, well, what in the world? I'm having a heck of a time getting this baler back in its little hidey hole here. There we go. Now it looks like it's on track to go back where it should be. But anyway, yeah, we had way more bales than I thought we were going to have. There we go. That'll be good enough. Let's see. Let's go ahead and we'll swing around and grab our bale trailer and get it hooked up. And then we'll just be waiting on Fred to get here. But, you know, that shouldn't take him too long just to run back to his house and come through. Yeah, there's the gator I bought right there. I've got it preloaded with trees, and it is ready to do some planting. But we'll grab the bale trailer, get it out here, and we'll just park it out of the way for the moment. Like I said, when Fred gets here, we can take off and get those trees planted, then go start getting some bales. Let's see here. I'll just park right here along the edge of my field. That ought to work just fine. That'll work right there. Okay. There we go. Yeah, that looks good enough. None of us are going to get hurt by that. Okay. I'll hop across here. Yeah, got a new gator, and it's just something that we can rove around. We're not going to hurt the crops going across them or going around it, but it's a nice little gator. And like I said, we got some trees in here. I've got a few trees I've already planted, and yeah, we're going to get to that. We don't want them getting dried out and having issues, so we're going to keep it life sustaining best we can. Because see, here's a few of them right here. We planted one there and a few down that fence line to help protect it. So, alrighty, well, I'll see you guys here in a little bit. I'm going to wait for Fred to show up. Well, here we are. Fred made it up here with his tractor and his trailer. And, yeah, took him a little longer. I'm going to have to ask him what happened. I figured he'd be here by now. So, not sure what was happening, but no big deal. Mr. Fred, welcome back.
Yes, sir. Sorry about that. I had someone waiting over there for me, and I had to take care of some business, but got taken care of. It took a little longer than expected.
Oh?
I honestly wasn't expecting it, at all.
Well, that sounds like an interesting conversation. Well, shall we go plant some trees and we can talk about that?
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, I'll have you grab the trees from that side over there. I've already got some of them loaded up for us. And
Alrighty.
we'll hop into the gator here. And we'll go get to planting a few of these. We got, I think we can get all of them planted that we got here. And the ones that are back here at the house, we'll finish them up later. So tell me about this new deal.
Well, that banker buddy that you introduced me to, he's a good man. He's a real swell guy.
Yeah.
Anyways, a while back, he told me about a couple little more expansion opportunities, and told me that he wanted to talk to me about them sometime, but he wasn't sure when. Well, he was at the doorstep waiting on me, and he said there's a couple pieces of farm ground that came up for sale.
Oh.
Well, actually, he said there's 3 or 4, but he's like, they're pretty expensive, but he said that there's 2 smaller ones that he wanted to introduce me to. And he showed them to me on the map. When he told me where they're at, I've gone by. I know what the fields look like, so we didn't even get a look or anything. Anyways, it was about excuse me. It was about a $250,000 loan I had to take for it, but I ended up buying a couple of small pieces of ground, so we got a little bit more to harvest now and tend to, but maybe it'll be beneficial for us after a little while.
Gotcha. Well, hey, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm impressed. Like I said, nothing wrong with it. It's always good to have more ground. That is for sure.
Yeah.
Definitely always good. Well, I think this will be our first stop here. And we'll go ahead and plant some trees just kind of right out here in the middle. We're just going to fill this area in, kind of keep it from washing. So I'm going to go ahead and start putting one here.
Alrighty.
And I think I'll move over and maybe put one over here. There you go. So if you want to just plant, like right up in through here between the gator and where I'm putting these trees down, that'd work.
Alrighty. About right here, sir?
Yeah, that'd be a good spot. Yeah, the main idea is, just to kind of secure this area so that it doesn't wash out too bad.
Okay.
That looks good. Yeah, that's about the right line right in there. That looks good. I'll put one right here. Might go to the other side over here and maybe might have one right about here.
Probably right here, you think?
Yeah, that would be good. I think I'll put another one of these right here. We just don't want them too close to the field because we don't want to swing out on accident and snag them. But I'd say about
Yeah,
another
that
one
one would
right
be
about
good.
where I'm at right now would be a good place for it.
All right, watch yourself.
Yep. Yeah, that looks good. Well, how many do you have left in your backpack there?
I got 6.
Okay, well, I'm kind of low. I think that'll cover this area. Let's see how these grow. And if we need more, we can always add them in. So
Alrighty.
I think we'll go up here. We'll skirt the edge of the field. We're going to put a line of trees down somewhere we kind of took too many out. At least that's the plan anyway. Get up here and straddle this row. Boy, the old crops sure are coming up nice, aren't they?
Yeah, they are.
Oop. Yeah, we'll have to go across it a little bit there. That's okay. Straddle this one. Well, anyway, right up here is where we're going to put them in, I think. And we'll just stop right here. Okay, so what I'm thinking is we need to put a tree right here at the top of this wash so that it keeps it, I'd say, right about, just right where the shade ends there in the middle. And I'm going to put one, right about here. And, yeah, right about here. Keep the water that comes down this way from washing in. And you want to put one right about, yep, right there. That's a good spot for it. Okay, and then we'll just stagger one right here. And you want to put one staggered over to my right about here. Now, I got to look at my line here and how I want this to run. Okay. So we're going to run down this way with it. Okay, so let's make the top of it right about here. I'll put one in here. And let's just kind of fill in the middle going down this way towards me.
And
So,
do you just want to do one line of trees right here? That way.
yeah, let's do a straight line. Go, about 10 steps in between each one all the way down. I got to get some more trees. I ran out here. Oop. Unbuckle this here so I can grab a few. There we go. Grab a few more trees. And I'm going to head towards you right about here. And maybe one right about here. We just want to keep them on the left side of all of it here. Or my left.
Side?
Yes. So
Alrighty.
keep about, no further out than this tree is here. And we don't want to go past these. Just kind of stagger them through here. That way they have room to grow in between them. But we're also not going to fight with them when they grow up, on the field.
Yeah.
There we go. And let's see. That was my top tree. Because this field's going to come up this way. I suppose we could put another one right here. Safely. Okay, and then I think here's a good stagger point right about here. Okay, Fred. Let's see. We'll put a tree. I'm out of trees here. Let's put a tree right where I'm standing. And then one right about Well, let's see. Spacing. Yeah, right where I'm standing. Here. Perfect. Let's see. Yeah, that looks pretty good. How many do you have left?
I have 4 trees.
4 of them? Let's go. Let's hop in the gator. That's probably good for right through here. And we'll go up and around. Boy, we sure made a lot of bales, didn't we?
Yeah, there's just a couple, ain't there?
Yeah, it's a lot more than I thought there was going to be. That's for sure. That I was not expecting this many bales. I think we're going to put a few of those trees up here by that fence, you know, that the neighbor put up. He put up a fence. I'm going to put up trees. I think that's a fair assessment, isn't it?
I'd say so.
Okay. Let's see. I'd say maybe one right about where I'm standing. There you go. One right about here. One right about here. And that should leave you with one left, huh?
Yes, sir.
Oh, that's a nice spacing. Kind of fills that in really nicely. Well, how about down over here? I think one, you know, it's kind of shaded right now, but this bright patch right here be a good place for one.
Right about there?
Yeah. Yeah, that'll work. It'll get some sunlight and it'll grow up over time. Because that ought to fill this in very nicely, I think. Yeah. Alrighty, well, let's go put these shovels away and let's get some bales done. We've planted a few more trees back for what we took away. I wonder what that old boy that we got rid of those trees to, what he's going to do with all them darn trees. Or I mean all that firewood.
Not really sure.
I mean, I bet you he had what? Probably 30, 40 cords stacked up.
Maybe more actually.
I know it was a lot. So I wonder what yeah, I really do wonder what he's going to do with it. But, oh well, not that big of a deal. At least it ain't our problem. So I don't want to spend my entire winter chopping up lumber.
No.
I kind of like to do other things. Wow. Well, I think we're going to have a heck of a time grabbing trees. Or grabbing bales, excuse me. I'm stuck on our trees we planted.
Nope, you're good. I'll be nice. I won't make a funny joke.
Oh, okay. Hey, hang on a minute. I got a phone call. Well, Fred, you're never going to believe this, but our banker that you deal with and I deal with just got done calling me and offered me the other piece of land that you didn't buy. And I told him we were kind of busy, but I'd come look at the other piece of land when I had a chance. Can you believe that?
Well, he did tell me that he's going to contact you sometime, so.
Yeah. Kind of a surprise, but, well, it is what it is. Anyway, I think we'd better get to picking up some of these bales. Let's start down here behind the house and at least get them picked up and see where we are, because, man, I know we got a lot of bales.
Yeah, there's a couple, isn't there?
Yeah, just a few, but I guess we can go ahead and get to it. And, well, that's what we need to do.
Alrighty.
And for everybody at home, we're going to time-lapse this as we pick up all these bales, and I'll see you in a little bit. Well, Mr. Fred, we made short work of that, didn't we?
Yeah, yeah, we got on pretty decent, didn't we?
Yep, I think so. I see we only got a few bales left, not too many. I'm glad we moved them there because I see we got rain in the forecast. So it's a good thing we moved those bales out of the middle of the field.
I do agree.
I don't think we're going to make a second run by the time we run to your place and get these dumped off. So, yeah, this might be it for today. I'll follow you down there, dump them in your shed and get them organized, and then I'm just going to head for home, hopefully beat the rain.
Alrighty.
And then we'll worry about these other bales another day. They'll at least be safe over here. They won't get flooded out or have issues, so.
Yeah.
But I guess let's head to your farm. I'll let you lead the way, and we'll go from there.
Alrighty, sounds good.
Alrighty. Well, everybody, we have got all the bales all loaded up on both trailers. And like I said, I'll let Fred lead the way because he is faster by quite a bit than I am. And, yeah, that's going to be about it. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day. I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.